Pull it up when you start talking. All right. We are live. All right. Well, hello, everybody. We are live here. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Hope everybody is having a great week. It's looking like we got some people here already. We got Jamie and who else do we have? I can't read all the names.
We have Cheryl. Cheryl's here.
Awesome. Thanks for hopping on, Cheryl. Hey, Molly, I see you hopping on. Lots of people. Gosh, guys, we have got some really exciting stuff for you today. And this next week, like you guys are going to want to stay tuned for these next several weeks. And we have so many new things coming. And in addition to that, be adding friends and people into the group because it's going to be stuff they're not going to want to miss. So we are really excited for what we've got for you guys. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Brittany. Good morning, Eugen. Good morning, Jordan. Nice to see everyone here.
Yes, I love it. And hey, for some of you, I know you've been sharing the training link too when you come through the bot. Thank you so much for the share. We totally appreciate that. And the more people we can do that, the more people we can be letting know about this awesome group and be providing value to. And hey, Ed, thanks for hopping on. Hey, Ruth. So we're excited.
So the reason I am so excited about this training and what we have coming up, Trish, is because as you know, after coaching well over 3,000 network marketers in the last couple of years, the number one problem why people get stuck in their business is they've run out of people to talk to. Do you notice that?
Every single conversation. And would you agree, Ruth, that most of the time it's just due to lack of training in certain areas that they run out of people?
100%. But, truth be told, back when I first started in network marketing and I had no marketing skills, I felt the same.
Yeah.
It was like, where do I find good people to talk to?
Yeah.
And I would get stuck as well. So I don't think it's unusual to feel that way. So guys, drop us a 1 in the comments if you've ever felt that way. You felt stuck because you're going, okay, I want to do business, but I don't know how to find the right people to have those conversations with.
Yeah. And it's funny that you say that, Ruth, too, because with that being said, that you don't know who to be having these conversations with. How many of you feel that you spend hours on Facebook because you're trying to find people? Right. And so then you think you're working your business way harder than you're actually working your business because you're really not working. You're just kind of looking and almost like getting desperate. Where can I find someone? If you've ever felt that way, drop us a 2. Because I know that's been me before, like years ago. That was me. I would sit there and I'd be up to 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, friending everybody in the world and going into groups and who looks like a good prospect. Right? Reading profiles, like doing everything. If that is you, drop us a 2. So as you
we're getting a ton of 1s here. Angie, Carla, Ruth, Cheryl, Patty. We're getting like multiple 2s from Ellie and Angie.
Oh my gosh. And that's just discouraging. Wouldn't you agree, Ruth? Like it was always so frustrating because you wanted more than anything to do, to be talking to people and have people to talk to. And then you'd finally get somebody who might respond and you were ecstatic. You would, run and you'd talk to them. And then they were never the right person. Yep. Never the right person. Never actually somebody who was interested in a business. They just wanted a little extra money. Maybe not even that. They just wanted to see what you had. I don't know, like so many different reasons, but they never were truly a real prospect.
Absolutely. It happened to me all the time. So guys, we want to dive right in today because we've got some really exciting stuff to share. I am going to share my screen here. So just bear with me 1 moment. We always have screen sharing issues.
I know, right? Jenny says, that's why I wanted to learn attraction marketing to get the people to come to me. Well, you are in the right place, let me tell you. And I love this. Patty says, see how much you guys are needed? Love you.
Okay, right. So can you see my screen?
I can see your screen. Yep.
Awesome. Okay, so let's dive right in. I love this topic because it is game changer. This is 3 easy steps to an endless supply of leads. How many of you guys would love to have an endless supply of leads ending up in your inbox every single day?
I know I did. And Ruth, I remember having that first conversation with you a few years ago about attraction marketing. And you were like, I never have to worry about where my leads come anymore. And I kept thinking, that must be so amazing. And the great news is, yes, you can do this all through attraction marketing. So guys, in case we haven't met before, we are Trisha Becerra and Ruth Sheridan. We have been in network marketing for a combined 20 plus years. So we have built school. We have done the new way. We have done it all, you guys. So we've got you when it comes to any of these issues or struggles that you have. We are both marketing coaches as a well-known internet marketing company. Feel mentally and physically on fire because we are just excited every single day to get up and do what we do, and really be able to help so many people in the process. We are both moms, and in the past 3 years, we have coached well over 3,000 struggling network marketers. So we get feedback all the time on where people are struggling. And the great news is we've learned, how to have a solution for that. We are 6-figure income earners, and we are passionate about helping people achieve their dreams, which is why we love when you help share the word, spread it, and let people know about this group and these trainings, because there's nothing better than getting a little story of somebody reaching out and telling you that what you taught them has helped change their business, their life, their family in some way. So we are so excited you guys are here.
Okay, so I love this saying, you need to have more leads than you have time. And I had a mentor, Trish, years ago. His name was Jeffrey Combs, and he was one of my very, very, very first mentors in network marketing. And he was kind of like a mindset coach, sales coach. And he's still around to this day. He's kind of a cool guy, super intense. But he said to me, Ruth, you have to have more leads than you have time. And I thought about that and I thought, that makes sense, because if I have more leads than I have time, then I don't have to feel so anxious every time I have a person to talk to, right? You can kind of let go of the outcome, knowing that there's, 10, 20, 30, 50 more leads every day that you can talk to. So my question was, that all sounds great, but how do you do that? How do you have more leads than you have time? And that's something that, I learned later on, and as well as you in the online space, we can have that. We can have more leads than we have time, so we can let go of the anxiety about the outcome around every conversation. Makes it a whole lot more fun too.
Oh my gosh, yes, definitely. I love it. So today's reality is really that network marketers are still being taught many old school prospecting techniques. And I know you guys have seen it because we've talked a lot about it, but it's that making a list, that dreaded list of friends and family, right? That nobody wants to do. Attending meetups. Oh my gosh, I used to do so many of those, and it really was just wasted time away from my family. Attending hotel meetings, spamming profiles in Messenger. So guilty of this in the past. And posting in groups. And here's the thing, when they teach you to post in groups, if you post in one group, you don't get a response. So you post in another group, it gets to the point that you're posting in hundreds of groups at a time. And that's, first of all, that's taking way more time than you've got leads and that you're going to get of leads. But also it's just spammy. It's so spammy. And it's really funny, a lot of one of our leaders has been coming in here and really working more closely. He wants to learn this, and we read these things and he's just like, oh my goodness. And so it's just so funny, because I don't think a lot of leaders even realize this is what they're teaching, because they just don't know anything differently.
No, and it's so funny, Trish. I remember back when I first came online, I didn't know any of the attraction marketing stuff. I was in 200 groups, And I used to set my watch so that every half an hour I would post in like 20 groups, and then my watch would go off again a half an hour later. And I remember doing it in the grocery store with my kids with me. And I said, this is not a life. Like, I guess it wasn't working very well.
So I got to tell you a little funny story about that, because yes, you have to space it out, because otherwise Facebook will shut you down, right? You can't post it too many things. So you guys know Rob, he's the automation guy, he's the tech guy. Because I was spending his whole career in computer programming has always been about automating systems. That's just always what he's done. And his motto is, if you have to do something more than 3 times, you need to automate it. Great motto. Well, he saw me copy pasting, and same thing, Ruth, timing out in between groups. So he wrote me a program that integrated with Facebook where I could pre-schedule out all my posts for the week. And he found out what that time was with Facebook. And so I could post into hundreds of groups like in advance. And this program would go and post in all these groups for me. And he had them perfectly spaced out so that I wouldn't get shut down.
Oh my gosh, I needed a Rob back then.
No, the cool thing is it kind of worked. The bottom line is you're still getting shut out of these groups. You can still get shut down. Like it's not duplicatable. Bottom line, not duplicatable.
That's too funny. Okay, guys, but guess what? The way we do business and the mindset around how we do business now has shifted, particularly since COVID, right? People don't want to go out anymore. They want to be home. They don't want to go out to hotel meetings. They don't want to go out to coffee meetings, much less in many places they still can't, right? So, newer strategies are really required in this day and age, more so now than ever, because of the environment we're living in. And also because I got to tell you, it's way more fun having people reaching out to us saying, hey, what is it you're up to? I'm interested in knowing what network marketing your team is because I'm looking around. Like, can you imagine that happening? And these are the strategies that we're going to be teaching you. So spammy strategies that are still being taught are not only time consuming, like our whole let's post in 200 groups and cross our fingers somebody reaches out. They just don't work that well, especially in this day and age. There's just too much of it out there and people are sick and tired of seeing it. Yeah. And also what we've noticed is people want to look a little bit more professional now. In coaching so many network marketers, one of the other things that I've heard is, I don't want my friends and family to see my posts. I don't want to look like, that person. Well, with attraction marketing, you don't have to. You can have a very professional kind of upbeat, happy, fun kind of brand and profile and use that to attract people without looking salesy or spammy. So we're living in a very different world now, and it happened like that, right? It was going that way, but when COVID hit, it happened like that. And it's time to really look at the way you're generating leads and growing your business.
And we're getting some things here. Patty says, thanks for sharing, Rob, Trisha.
Everyone loves Rob.
I know. I love it. So here's the thing, guys. Worst of all, people's lists eventually dry up, right? You sit down, you make that list of 100 or 300 or 500 or whatever it is your upline's telling you to do. And the bottom line is that list is going to dry up. And then you're like, well, now what am I going to do? Right? And that is the question. And that's the thing that gets people out on Facebook, where you're sitting there searching for hours and hours and hours because you just don't know what else to do.
And Jamie says, yes, my MLM sideline and upline teams would not listen to me for the last 2 years. And all of a sudden someone did a talk about avatars and changing how your personal profile looks. Duh. You are never invested in your own home. No kidding, Jamie.
Oh, that's so funny.
Okay, so this is our 3-step process to generating an endless supply of leads online. So smash some of those love hearts, guys, if you are excited to learn how to generate an endless supply of leads online.
And let's see, we've got some more people on. We've got Diane and Linda and Jesse and let's see, and Cheryl and let's see, Ed and Angie. So lots of new people on. Hello, guys. Thanks for hopping on today.
And thanks for those love hearts, guys. Love it.
Yes, lots and lots of love hearts. So guys, imagine having a lead generation system that's going to allow you to wake up in the morning to an inbox full of leads. All right. So first of all, this isn't just a dream that you're going to be having at night. You truly can wake up in the morning and have some leads in your inbox. If that is something you would love, drop us some hearts in the comments. Drop us lots of hearts. Or how about this? That you've got a system that's going to allow you to only talk to qualified prospects who are actually looking for what you have. Think about that. No more talking to people and convincing them that it's not a pyramid scheme, right? No more needing to go out and show them the comparison with, you know, how in a corporation you start with the president and vice presidents and the employees are at the bottom. Like, you don't have to do this stuff anymore. You've actually got qualified people who want to actually work with you and talk to you about having a business. How would that feel? Or how about having a system that's going to allow you to no longer waste countless hours posting in groups and messaging people only to get unfriended or blocked? Nobody likes that. And it's just frustrating. You just spent all this time doing stuff and now all you did was get shut down and unliked. Nobody wants that. So, and how would it feel to have a system that's going to allow you to convert leads into your opportunity with ease, right? Without needing to do any convincing. Like, you're going to be able to do this. Or how about earning more money than you've ever earned in the industry? How about that? Who is interested in that? Would you like a system that does that? If that is you, drop us some dollar signs. Drop us some dollar signs. There is an emoji for that. And I think that that's where most people are at. But a system that we have put together, that's exactly what's going to be able to allow you to do.
So Trish, I think Reg was feeling left out when he was hearing all about Rob. So he brought me a cup of coffee, and though he's not a tech guy, he makes a mean cup of coffee.
Well, you know, I got to say, Reg is awesome because there are so many times that we've been on late, you know, creating content, doing videos, and Reg is bringing her food. And I got to say about that sometimes too. It's just sometimes he's on these with us. But yeah, Reg is great. He's always bringing you like gourmet meals and stuff. It's awesome.
He feels he has to contribute because he's not a tech guy.
Well, he does. He does awesome.
So guys, where to start? Okay, where's the starting point? Number one, and you've heard us talk about this subject before, who is your avatar? Okay, so if you're in network marketing and you're here because you want to build a team of like-minded people who are those people who lock arms with you and run and have fun and go to convention and create momentum, drop us a celebrate in the comments. I want to see who wants to have that kind of team. Because if you're looking to have that kind of team, you're going to be wanting to recruit entrepreneurs, okay? People who maybe have been exposed to the network marketing industry. Maybe they've been in network marketing before and saw the power of our industry and maybe got frustrated or stuck or struggled and then quit. Or maybe they're in a different company right now and they're looking for a new home. You know, stats show that network marketers change companies 4 to 7 times before they find their home. And people are looking, people move around, right? And it's not that you're out there to poach someone's team. There are legitimately people looking for new leadership, for new companies to join, for new products that they're excited about. So think about it. Why would it be important to have someone entrepreneurial join you? Maybe another network marketer or someone who's been exposed to the industry. Number one, they're entrepreneurial. Okay, they have that spirit. And guys, I know in my first network marketing company, and I've, you know, if you've watched these videos before, you've heard this story. My first year, I recruited 400 people. They were all product users and they all disappeared by the next year. Now, yes, sometimes we can get a person a really great product experience and they've got that entrepreneurial drive and they join our team and they run. But imagine starting out with the runners. How cool would that be? Like, smash some of those love hearts, guys, if that would be a cool thing to have entrepreneurs reaching out to you. Number 2, network marketers. They have no objection to the industry. They're not going to call it a pyramid. They're not going to call it any kind of nonsense, right? They're not going to question things. They're going to come in knowledgeable, right? And they're going to come in with drive. Network marketers typically have some kind of goal already in mind. They haven't forgotten how to dream. And so much of society now has forgotten that, right? They get sucked into the news. They get sucked into the negativity. They get sucked into the grind. They get sucked into Netflix. And they've lost that ability to dream about what life could look like, right? Network marketers in general haven't lost that. And here's some stats, okay? These stats came from a study from the AARP. It was a study done 2 years ago. They canvassed thousands of network marketers. And these are the stats. 50% lose money, 25% break even. So the amount of money they make equals the amount of money they're spending. 14% earn between $1,000 and $5,000 per year. 8% earn between $5,000 and $25,000 a year, and 3% earn above $25,000, right? So when you look at these stats, I mean, I love data. I'm a CPA. Trish, you're a CPA. You must love data like me. These stats show that these are the right people, but they're struggling with something, right? And in our coaching, we've noticed that the top struggle is lead generation. So imagine having a network marketer as your avatar, or, that's part of their description.
So first of all, I gotta share a few things here. We are getting so many hearts and love and celebrating dollar signs and every craziness. And Kelsey says, recruit the runners and they won't quit as quickly. And they won't want to quit as quickly, which is 100% right, you guys, right? And I love this data because Ruth, and I know this is something that's been really incredible. We've talked about this. When you're talking to the right people, your ratios change drastically in this industry. Because I know when I was getting trained, it was said, if you want one recruit, you need to talk to 10 people. And if you get really good, you might get 2 out of 10 or 3 out of 10, which for the most part, always found to be pretty true. But now when we're talking to the right people, I think we've completely flipped it. I think we pull an 8 or 9 out of 10.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
So guys, how would you like to be recruiting 8 or 9 out of the 10 people you talk to instead of 1 or 2? That's insane. But when you're talking to the right people, that's what happens, because these are the people who are interested and these are the people who want what you have. And they're the people who want to be those top 1 to 3%ers. Also, when you look at Ruth's stats here, they're the ones who want to be earning 25,000 plus or 6 figures plus. So we're not looking to necessarily recruit those 50%ers. We're looking to recruit those top 1 to 3%ers.
Absolutely. And it's so interesting too. This is another thing I noticed after coaching thousands of people in the last few years. Most people who came in through that coaching system wanted to be 6-figure income earners.
Yes.
But the tools they were using at the time weren't going to get them there. The chances of them getting there were very slim, right? They were 3%, right? Well, most of those network marketers, they've got big dreams, big goals. They're driven. They're the right people. They're just looking for the tools.
Yeah, love that. Love that. So guys, the fact is that many network marketers are struggling. And like we just said, the number one struggle The number one struggle is that people have run out of people to talk to and don't know how to connect with those quality prospects. And so that's what we're going to be talking more about here today.
So what if you had something to offer a struggling network marketer that would help them solve their biggest problem? And we just identified that their biggest problem is they've run out of people to talk to. Do you think that if you had something like that, something that solved that problem, it would start to attract them to you? They would start to view you as someone who could help them get from struggle to success, right? And if branded correctly online, they might even want to join you in your network marketing team. Guys, people have joined our team in the last 7 weeks. I keep looking over at my calendar because I cannot believe what's happened in 7 weeks.
I know.
Joined in droves because they want success systems, right? We've built our team pretty much entirely without doing a single company presentation. Yeah. People are looking for success systems. And what if we had an easy way for you to have your own success system? How excited would you be? Drop us an excited in the comments if that would really get you fired up.
That would be so awesome. So I love it, love it, love it. Yes, please. Yes, 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 yes. Lots of good stuff here. So guys, step 2 is to have a lead generation funnel. Okay, so first of all, do not let the word funnel scare you away. It doesn't need to be a big techie thing. But think about this. If you could start out with step 1 being advertising, right? So you see sponsored ads on Facebook, you see different things, you know that they are advertisements, right? So you learn step 1 how to do a little bit of advertising the right way. Step 2, what we're going to do is we're going to give you a landing page. Now, what a landing page is, for those of you who aren't aware, I guarantee you've all been on one. You've all used one in some way. You just didn't know it. But it's a page really where you're going to land. You're going to see a little information, but ultimately you're going to give your information so that you can get more information. Okay, so you're going to give your email address and your name. That's called a landing page. So you've gotten on one of those, you've given your information because you're like, please tell me more, right? That's what other people can do for you as well. From the landing page, in step 3, we've got an email campaign, right? Because think about it, you've put your email address in, right? Or people put their email address in. Well, now they can be followed up with, right? So think about this. Right now on Facebook, anything that you got on Facebook is really not your property when you look at it that way. But if you've got someone's actual contact information and you now have your own list of names and email addresses, you're creating and generating your own lead list, all right, that you then can follow up with an email campaign, which is step 3, okay? From there, you're able to get some booking reminders, meaning that people can actually schedule on your calendar, right? Think about that. How cool would it be to get a notification that someone just scheduled to have a meeting with you? I know that the first time I got one, I was like, I was wondering where'd this come from? Like, I don't even know what this says. But I remember I was all excited, right? But so you're going to get a reminder that somebody has just scheduled on your calendar. You're then able to, in step 5, have that conversation with them, whether it be a Zoom or a phone call. Most times a Zoom these days. Zooms are great because, again, you're going to be able to have that face-to-face with people. You're going to have that connection with them. You're going to be able to have some real conversations with them. And then in step 6, you're really closing the deal with them. Maybe it's they're going to be a new recruit for your business, or maybe they're going to be a new customer. But just think of this little lead generation funnel here from step 1 to step 6. How cool would that be for you to have that?
I love this, Trish, because email marketing and having a list, you're doing it one to many. You write one email and it can go out literally to thousands of people, and you can nurture the relationship. People can get to know you better through the email series, and you can make offers, right? One to many instead of one to one. And that one to many will actually pre-qualify people even more when they hop on your calendar. So usually when they hop on your calendar, they're ready to join. They're just looking to connect with you. So pretty darn cool. Drop us a cool in the comments if you think this is pretty darn cool.
Patty says closing would be a great event. So funny. Super cool we're getting. Awesome. All right, awesome. So the lead magnet, okay. Actually, this is your slide, sorry.
Go ahead. I'm trying to roll.
You got it. All right. So the lead magnet, guys, you can't get married till you first have a few dates, right? Think about this. You're not going to go on one date with one person and all of a sudden they want to marry you. I mean, that would be a little weird, right? You go on one date and somebody proposes, you're going to be like, literally, we just met. It's the same way when it comes to marketing. You know, when you're talking to people, when you're meeting people online, if you've just met them and you're, sending them a link, here, sign up, or here, you're ready to buy it. Like, people aren't ready to do that. So the solution can be to give away something free that's going to help solve the pain points of your target market. And it's in line with your business or products, right? So you're giving away some type of tools. So if you're, if you've got some weight loss products, you could give some kind of weight loss sheet. You could give away some free recipes. I mean, there's tons of different things that you could do that people are going to find valuable and want to get that information from you. That's called the lead magnet. Okay. So you're giving them something of value for free. So again, you're not sharing your purchase link because we're not trying to get them to buy. And that's where so many people really fail right now is somebody connects with them and immediately they're throwing them a link. And it happened to me like 3 times yesterday. I had these friends who came or friend requests. I only accepted them because we had so many friends in common. And immediately I get this like entire novel on what it is they're trying to do and how great and I'm like, are you kidding me? So I turned around and sent them our link for our training today because I figured we needed some help. And I didn't care if they came, like, what, you need help, people. But what you're really trying to do, guys, you're not trying to get them to buy. You're trying to build that know, like, and trust with them, right? You want to get them to know you, like you, trust you, because people do business with someone that they know, like, and trust. That's just how it is. That's how you're going to get those people. And when you do that, that's how you move people from being that cold audience over to being that warm audience. And that's what you really want, because when you start to have that connection with people, they're loyal, right? Some people are really loyal. But when you have that connection, it's more like you're becoming friends. But at the same time, you're solving their need. So you're providing that value to them. And so when you give them something free that's going to help them out without ever asking for anything in return, that's powerful. And people like that. And that's what people are looking for.
So think about this, guys. We've already identified that, entrepreneurs, other network marketers, or maybe people who have been in the network marketing industry before, their number one problem is they don't know how, they've run out of people to talk to, and they don't know how to effectively generate leads online. Imagine if you had, say, a little video series that offered them tips on how to generate leads online for free. Do you think that could potentially attract them to you? Drop me a yes in the comments if you're starting to understand this concept of giving free, valuable content to attract the right kind of person to you.
Oh, yes. I'm seeing lots of smiles and everything else.
Okay, so go ahead, Trish.
Oh, so the lead capture page, okay. We're really going to talk about why list building is key. And I kind of briefly mentioned it before, but when you've got this lead capture page, again, you're getting people's information. You're getting their email address for sure. But you may also be getting, their name as well, depending on how you set this capture page up. But when you do this, you own the list, right? You have got their information. You own it. Facebook doesn't own it. You actually own it. And that's really, really important. God forbid if Facebook got shut down, guess what? You still have a lead list. You've got something you could still be connecting with people with. So it's going to allow you to see also if people are interested, and it gives you an automated follow-up process, right? So just like Ruth was saying, there's many things you can be following up with. One could be a free video series. So again, you're giving them something of value, or now you've got an automated process. The other thing that's really cool about this automated process is you're not needing to take the time to talk to every one of these people, right? So the ones who really aren't interested are going to opt themselves out. They're just, think about you're going down a path, you see something you like, you go right to get more information. You see something you don't like, you go left, you no longer have to have that information. So now what you're waiting for is you're waiting for all the people to come through with all the yeses, right? That's what you're looking. So it's also going to remove the resistance, because as you provide value through this automated process, they're going to start to know, like, and trust you a little bit more. Now they're getting a little more comfortable, right? You think about it. You go on a job interview with somebody, you get really nervous, you're not really sure what to say, but as you can build that rapport back and forth and talk with people, you're way more relaxed. You're not going, okay, what, you're not questioning the other person's motive. The same thing happens here, because they're getting this value from you and you're starting to build that know, like, and trust at the same time. Plus, when you follow up or you have a system like this, it's a one-to-many reach, meaning it's not just you and one other person always having this conversation. Lots of people can come through this all at one time. And again, you're going to weed out the suspects, and it's going to allow the prospects to come through to you. So you can be touching tons of people at the same time. It's also going to increase your value with your audience, like you were saying, building that know, like, and trust. And now those people are going to be a warm lead instead of a cold lead. And think about it. This is why in traditional building of network marketing that, you've always been told to make a list, because those people are your warm market. Those people are the ones you've got the closest connections with. That's why they are the right people to have on a list, even though, that's so old now. But the purpose of it is because they actually are your warm market. They would potentially be your quickest yeses when you look at it that way. So now, instead of trying to do that list with the quickest yeses, you've actually got people who've been targeted to want to be getting this information versus you forcing this information on them. Okay. So your prospect is going to want to join you or buy from you when they're ready, right? And after you warm them up, because now you're also allowing them some time to window shop. Because a lot of people, think about this, people don't typically buy on their first or second exposure. It's usually 5, 6, 7, I think even 12 is the magic number. But most people don't even follow up with somebody 12 times. But when you can actually get somebody in an automated system like this, it's going to allow them to constantly be seeing your information, evaluating and window shopping. And then when they're ready, you're going to be able to have that conversation with them.
So guys, imagine having a few thousand people on your email list. And with one email, you can literally follow up with, 1,000 people 12 times with just email. It just saves so much money or so much time, and it pre-qualifies those people who end up actually reaching out to you. So you're not wasting your time.
So if that sounds good, guys, drop us a time below. And I see we've got Valerie on here too. Hi, Valerie. Thanks for reaching out on there.
Yeah. So the next step, so we've gone from our lead magnet, right? That valuable thing you're offering for free. The person gives you their email address so it can be sent off automatically to them. And then they're getting the email follow-up series where they're getting to know, like, and trust you better. And now it comes time to invite. So the invitation is the key, right? Because that's where we actually have the conversation about joining our network marketing team or buying our products or whatever it is that we're really aiming to do, right? So what does the invite look like? What does the conversation look like? Well, number one, you could set it up as a free Zoom strategy session. So I know on my website and on Trisha's website, we both have a place on there where people can read a little bit about us, and fill out an application form to talk to us, right? So we're sending people to a free Zoom strategy session. Those people are highly qualified because they got the lead magnet, they gave the email address, they've received our email communications, they've filled in an application form to talk to us. They're pretty darn serious about talking to us after jumping through all those hoops. And typically they're ready to do something with us. More often than not, it's join our team. So a free Zoom strategy session can be offered. An expert branded enrollment funnel. That's a big mouthful of words. Basically what that is, it's a separate kind of sales funnel where people come to learn about you and your network and joining your network marketing opportunity. The other way you can invite people is through, maybe your company's doing a promotion on offering a discount for enrollment. So those people who have been following you and getting the value, and now all of a sudden, hey, are you ready to join my team? We're having signups this week at $29 instead of $49. Hit me back with a reply and we can hop on a Zoom to find out more. So simple things like that. If you offer affiliate programs as sort of a back end offer, you can offer those as well. Now, what might that look like? Well, let's say you're attracting, your intent is to attract struggling network marketers, and you get them on Zoom and you find out through a strategy session that they're really struggling, but they are currently just in love with the team they're on, or in love with their company, or in love with their products. You can have actually a back-end offer as an affiliate course that could help them with their lead generation. So we have affiliate products that teach attraction marketing and branding. And imagine offering that to the people who say no to your network marketing team, and then, helping that person because they're going to get some training, but also getting a commission for it. So you actually monetize your yeses and nos. I got to tell you, Trish, when I started thinking about this years ago, like these light bulbs went off, like my head was going to explode.
I know.
Gosh, I've been missing the boat on all this.
Right? I know. I'm like multiple revenue streams for doing the same work. I love it.
The same conversation. So bottom line, guys, when folks on your list come to trust you and they start to see you as someone who can help them, someone they trust, as an expert in something, they're going to do pretty much anything you tell them to do. And, our list is living proof of that. When we make recommendations, people follow them. Just like when your best friend recommends, a new hairstylist, you're likely going to go try them out, right? It's no different.
Love it, love it, love it. So guys, a funnel is key to attracting the right kind of people to your business and to you. But without people looking at the funnel, it's pretty much useless, right? So that's the thing. As Ruth and I have coached people, there are so many people who've gone out and bought different courses that give them a funnel, or join ClickFunnels and get a funnel. And we use ClickFunnels, not putting ClickFunnels down. But just saying, a lot of people think just because they've signed up for ClickFunnels and they've got access to this, then now it's going to take their business off. But you're still missing something if you don't get people looking at it, right? If, think about something you've got think about maybe some products you've got for your company. If they're sitting on a shelf in your house and nobody's getting any eyes on them, you're not selling them. They're just sitting there collecting dust. It's the same thing here. If you can't get eyes on your funnel, it's pretty much useless to you.
And you know what? It's the same thing with websites. A lot of people think that they need a website, and they go out and they hire someone, they build this beautiful website and they get professional pictures taken and it looks beautiful. And then it sits there because no one can find it.
Yeah,
so
thousands of dollars later.
Exactly. So there's a missing component there. And that's what step 3 is: learning how to get the right people into the funnel, right? And that's an entirely separate skill. There's having a funnel and getting it all set up, or having one set up that's already set up for you. And then there's the piece we call traffic. It's getting people to look at the funnel. So there's always, in social media and in the internet space, there's always two ways to get people to look at your funnel. There's free strategies and there's paid strategies. Both have positive things and both have negative things. So free strategies could look like simply sharing the link to your funnel on your social media. It could be posting something in a Facebook story with something like leave comment below to get the link, and always driving traffic to that link. Could be sharing in Facebook groups. It could be sharing over on LinkedIn groups or other social media platforms. Could be doing a YouTube video with a call to action to click the link in the description. It could be connecting with people on social media, like doing a Facebook Live video with a call to action to comment more info below if you want the link. Offering your free gift, which is your lead magnet, in a social media post or in a Facebook Live. Those are all free strategies. They're not going to cost you a cent to do. The only problem is number one, the reach will be limited, meaning only so many people will see it, right? And it's going to depend on the algorithms and how they're working at any particular time. The other thing is they're not targeted, right? It's just kind of putting some stuff out there and seeing, if there's any fish in that ocean that might see it, that might resonate with it. So it's not very targeted, but you can still get some traffic, right? The second is paid strategies. Paid strategies are extremely, extremely powerful because they're automated. They give you time freedom, and you can use some very, very specific targeting to make sure that you're attracting those right people, those people you intend to attract. And there's some pros and cons to paid advertising.
But here's the thing, guys, about the paid strategies. I think a lot of times people get a little nervous about paid strategies because they've tried them in the past and maybe it hasn't worked. But typically what it is, it's because they just haven't been trained properly on how to use them, because they can be super duper powerful. The other thing is that with paid strategies, there's just a skill set that goes along with it. Because if you don't have this skill set, Facebook isn't even going to allow the post, right? So obviously, one, they do cost a little bit of money. But the thing is that if you're doing it the right way, you're going to make more from that ad than you're actually going to pay for that ad. And it's a tax write-off for your business, right? And think about this, you really want to, in any business that you have, you need to have a marketing budget. You just do. You have to have some kind of marketing budget. The other thing is that the paid strategies, they can be challenging, when you don't know what you're doing. And so I know years ago, that was me. I kept doing all these things and I thought I was doing the right things. No, it's really something, it's truly a skill set. Ruth and I have had a lot of really high level training in this area. But it's one of those things that, when you know how to do it the right way, they're extremely powerful and they really can change the face of your business. And the other thing is, most people, try just doing boosted posts. Guys, that boosted post thing is there just to get you to spend money most of the time, right? Even, we sometimes might use the term that we boost a post, but typically we don't. We're actually rerunning that post as an ad. Because when you're just boosting them, most of the time you're just wasting thousands of dollars in advertising and you're not seeing any return on it. Knowing a real paid strategy is key if you're going to do it. You can't just jump in and try it out. You're going to honestly probably fall on your face a bit and just waste money. When you can learn the right ways, the right strategy on how to do it, you really can bring in a lot of leads, but also just really get yourself a lot more exposure on Facebook or whichever social media platform you're on. And it's going to make a big, big difference. And this is something that Ruth and I've used for the last several years. And it's what's allowed us to really get such a great presence online and build influence so quickly. It's just going to allow you to do it much, much faster.
Guys, so let us know in the comments. Type a yes if you've ever run paid ads before. I'm curious how many people in this group are running paid ads. So here's the other thing about paid ads. On the upside, paid strategies are brilliant if you know what you're doing. They let you automate your business. And when you're using them properly and combining them, we teach a strategy with video views and retargeting and creating special audiences. They're brilliant. So on the upside, you get the automation and the targeting, okay? Targeting lets you really hone in on who specifically you want to attract. So let's say your avatar is a network marketer and she's a woman who's 40 years old. She has 2 kids. She lives in the southern part of the United States. She has a university education or college education. You can like hone in on those specific people and place your ads right in front of them, right? As opposed to when we just sort of use free strategies, we're kind of hoping your avatar finds it. Using advertising also helps us evaluate our results. And, I'm really big on evaluating everything I do in my business, as is Trish. We want to know that the actions that we're taking are producing results. If they're not producing results, we know we have to shift the actions we're taking. And by having analytics and knowing how to read them properly, we can actually evaluate how our ads are doing and make tiny little tweaks along the way to make them better, right? And even apart from advertising, everything we do in our business, we evaluate. We keep running lists of the conversations we have with people, analyze our metrics. How many conversions did we make? Are our conversations with the right people? Do we need to readjust our advertising so that we're actually running a business like a business, right? Not just like a shot in the dark. And advertising works while you sleep. Your ads can run 24/7, 7 days a week, and literally you can wake up to an inbox full of leads. And it's brilliant. And I know years ago, and I've told this before, I remember sitting at conference, there was a top leader there, and she was talking about how she would set up 20 appointments a day. And I was going, I want to do that. But I didn't have that many people to talk to. And I was just racking my brain. How do I do that? Do I buy leads? I bought leads. The leads were awful. Like, just terrible. Most of them hung up on me. And it was a big mystery, but it doesn't have to be that way anymore.
And Ruth, I love the last one you say there, but that they work while you sleep. Because, I remember one of the very first things I heard, when getting started in this industry is that you could make money while you were sleeping. I'm like, I want to make money while I'm sleeping. How cool is that? But that's the great thing. And I know we've both done it before too, where you wake up in the morning and you've got an email that says, do a happy dance, you've gotten a commission, or you've done something, or you have a new lead. That is so cool to know that while you were sleeping, your business was still running. So cool. So guys, you may be thinking that I totally need a sales funnel to start attracting entrepreneurs to join my team, right? You might be thinking that. Because let's face it, Aunt Sally, or that person who just likes to buy product, isn't going to build my dream team for me. I know that was me. That was totally me, because I was truly just bringing in all those people who needed a bit, needed to make a little extra money, but they weren't dedicated to building a business. And when you've got that right thing, you need to, it can work for you and you can find the right people. You may also be thinking, I totally need to understand how to drive traffic to this funnel so that I don't end up wasting any more of my precious time talking to people who just aren't interested, right? Because we're all been there. We've done that. And it's exhausting, right? It's just absolutely exhausting. The thing is, there's a but, right? So you might be thinking these things are great, but I'm going to tell you a little bit more about it.
I don't even know where to start. And that was me. I didn't know where to start. I knew that I needed something different. I knew I wanted to do it online. I had been looking at other people's sales funnels. I knew what advertising was. I understood the power of an email list, but I did not know where to start. Give us some love hearts, guys. If you've ever felt that way, you've seen people do all this stuff out there and you go, I want that, but I don't know where to start.
Yeah. So go ahead.
Okay.
No, I'm just going to add in real quickly, and not even not knowing where to start, but just how to even do it, you know?
Mm-hmm. So perhaps you have never built a funnel, an email follow-up series before, and the thought of it totally freaks you out. Drop us a freak out. If that's you, that was me. I didn't have a Rob.
No. Hey, listen, he wasn't working with me back then. I kept saying I need help, but he didn't, I don't know, because he didn't see it. Once I started making money, though, then all of a sudden he was right there going, oh, do you need help?
Yes. And he got really interested. Perhaps you built your own funnel, but it isn't converting. I noticed Angie said she's running a funnel, but her ads aren't converting. So drop us a convert in the comments if that's you. If you built your own funnel, or if you're using a funnel, it's just not converting. Or perhaps you've tried running ads and either you were disapproved by Facebook or your ad account was shut down. I see that happen. And you ended up spending hundreds, if not thousands of dollars with zero results. So drop us a no results if that last point is you.
Yeah, that was me for a long time. So guys, if this is you, right, then we have a solution for you. And if you are excited about a solution, drop us a solution below.
Go ahead, Trish, keep going.
All right. So guys, what we want to introduce to you is the S&P Lead Machine and the S&P Traffic University. All right. So in this, we've got done for you business funnels, including done for you lead magnets, lead capture pages, thank you page, and email follow-up series. How awesome does that sound? If you were sitting here going, oh my gosh, I want this, I don't know how to do it, and now you can find out that you've got a done for you system, right? We've also got 5 weeks of S&P Traffic University. So not only are you going to get this lead machine, but you're going to learn how to get people to this machine, how people can see it, how they can get in it, how you can start having this funnel so that you can be waking up to that inbox of leads every single morning, right? So in the past 7 weeks, we have grown our team by over 200 new members, over 200 new customers, and with over 65 rank advancements using many of these tools that we just talked about. That's how we did it, because this is something that Ruth and I have spent the last several years learning how to do, mastering it, tweaking it, evaluating it, making sure that we could produce the results. And we have been able to do it over and over, where we can just keep generating lists and lists and lists of leads. That's what the S&P Lead Machine and S&P Traffic University is going to help you do.
And one of the things that we noticed after coaching, some people through trying to build their own funnels and writing email follow-up series and writing ad copy and, understanding advertising and evaluating it, that's an entire skill set that can't be learned like that. And that's why we put the funnel together for you. This funnel is really designed to attract the struggling network marketer avatar. How excited would you be to be attracting those network marketers who are looking to join your team? Drop me an excited if you kind of get that concept. So that's why we did it. We put it all together because we know the challenges that people can face to get that funnel into a format that looks professional, into the right copy that converts, into the right email series that converts into people who reach out to you. So it's all completely done.
And you know what I love about this, Ruth, is when you and I learned how to do this, we had to build it ourselves. We learned how to build it ourselves. And guys, it takes a long time to build it yourself when you're learning it for the first time, because you're not even understanding all the pieces. And so the great thing is when it's done for you, you don't have to spend all that time trying to figure out all this technology.
So guys, stay tuned for next week. Next week, we're going to do two things. We're going to dive deep into the specific traffic strategies that we're going to be teaching in the 5-week university. But we're going to dive into them so that you can see what they are. They involve video views, retargeting, really effective things that allows your prospects to see you over and over again to develop that know, like, and trust. And you can actually register for free now for our traffic training next week. And if you do that, you'll be eligible. If you decide to purchase any of these trainings, you'll be eligible for some free gifts should you decide to move forward with either the SNP Lead Machine or the SNP Traffic University, or both. If you feel they're the right thing for you after next week's presentation, you'll be eligible for those free gifts if you register today at the link below. We'll also drop it in the comments so that Rob already did. So the link is in the comments if you guys want to register to learn the traffic strategies that have been so effective for us that literally took us a good, I'd say, 2.5 years to master.
Yeah.
We're going to be teaching them next week, and then, really going through what these courses could potentially do for your business.
So guys, if you are excited, drop us an excited, but also do look for that link there. It's a free webinar next week for you to check out. You can register now. Go ahead and share it. If you know other people who could benefit from this, make sure to be sharing it with those people, get them in there. And because we are excited to really kind of help take this to the next level and help you take it to the next level for your business.
Awesome, guys. So have a fantastic rest of your week. We will see you next week on Tuesday.
Yes.
For Bob's Tech Talk.
Yes. All right. Bye for now, guys. Have an awesome week and weekend.
Bye for now.